Hello my friends. Here I'm harvesting asparagus berries for collecting seeds. And you can see here, these have been sitting on the bush a long time and they're already starting to dry. And it's the beginning of the second week in September and we've already had a frost, a light frost. So this is the time to start the harvest. Some of these berries are already kind of drying, and with an asparagus bed you have to have male and female plants if you want seed. Only the female plant produces the fruit, but you need the male to pollinate the female plant. So once we harvest the berries, then we're going to separate the seeds and then dry them for storage. Here you can see the berries, and you can either cut these seed stalks off and then dry them in a room for about a week or so until you start seeing these berries dry up, or do what I'm doing. These are already fully ripened, so the seeds will be viable. And after the seeds are dried and stored, they will be viable for about 3 years. And most will sprout the first year. They're the best. So when you store them, you want to make sure that you label the year that you picked them. After picking the berries, here we have a couple handfuls. When they're fully ripe, they're red. These are close enough. The berries themselves are poisonous, they're toxic. So if you would eat a handful of these, you would get diarrhea and possibly be vomiting. So what we want to do is put these in some warm water and then crush the berries to release the seeds. So this will allow me to separate the pulp, or help separate the pulp, and free the berries up. You can see the seeds as they're breaking loose. They're hard and black. Those are the ripe seeds. So we need to squeeze all these, and the unripened ones, they don't want to crush. So, but we have enough ripe ones in here that we'll get a pretty good amount of seed when we're done. After crushing all the berries, we're going to run it through a fine sieve to separate the pulp. After they've been rinsed good, most of the seeds have sunk to the bottom, so we're going to pour off the pulp here, and you can see the mass at the bottom is mostly seed, so that is going to make it easier to separate. After running it through this step a few times, you'll get most of the good seeds, and you'll just turn this out onto a material. I'm using a drying or a cutting board to dry this on, but you can see here almost all the seeds are out of the pulp. Those few extra really aren't worth going after. When you plant these seeds, first year that it sprouts, you won't be able to get anything edible. It's the second year that you'll be able to get fruit from the seeds that you plant. And here the seeds on a Teflon cutting board, and what you want to do is spread these out to let them dry, make a single layer, and leave them dry for about a week. Then store them in an airtight jar in a cool place, out of sunlight, and possibly put a silicone desiccant package in with them, and that would help absorb any moisture that didn't come out of the seeds. These should be viable for 3 or more years. Thanks for watching, my friends. Bye-bye.